Welcome back, Five Aces.
Hey people, Five Aces here, and boy, do I have a cavalcade of replays. That's right, I just had a supply drop brought upon me, and this one delivers. Let's put it that way. We've got, I think, 14 games with Cav in them. So this is all your Cav wants and needs and cravings being satisfied here. That sounds slightly dirty, but hey, it's competitive RTS, nothing's out of the question. Alrighty, and here in this best of 7 in Tiberian Dawn, Cav has been making his way over into the other mods as well, tangoing with none other than the elusive Mr. Borgmo, who has been a dominant factor and player in the competitive, I guess, team game scene, but he's also a fierce 1v1 player, whom we haven't casted in 1v1s in a very long time, I believe. The last one I remember was against AOA General, a couple years back. Anyway, not Mirror, so there's gonna be lots of light vehicles, and very little in the way of mammoth tanks. Peace through power. The map in question for the first match is a new winter, and we're already seeing chain link fenced in. By the way, a new winter. This doesn't look very wintry to me. This looks like a new spring, if we're being honest. A bit of a misnomer there. Both players actually walling off, so they just want to be left in peace. This map, man. Talk about eco-starved. This reminds me of patches in a Red Alert Global League, even though that one was in Red Alert. But jeez, you barely have any economy. You have to immediately move out with your MCV, probably after the War Factory, if we're being real here. And I think that's why, hence why the chain link barrier shenanigans are ensuing. Yep, MCV already rolling out here. Is gonna get spotted. Minigunner spots the move out. If Cav is completely insane... Okay, there's a buggy. Never mind. I was about to say he could kite and just deploy and just stop deployment for a very long time. But as it stands with the buggy, it's not gonna happen. Slightly behind here is Cav. And he is positioning himself in a way that he can cover his airstrip as well. So he can pop down a base defense if need be. Is there an engineer skip? Yep. That's right, that was an engineer skip for Borgmo. So Borgmo going 2 harvesters. What an interesting build. 2 harvesters, 2 buggies. I mean, it's light vehicle spam in the long run, but going 2 harvesters and not just spamming out refineries, this is gonna run dry so quickly. So I'm not sure if that's the right call. So, buggy comes in. First chunk. Okay. Cav's buggies are on the chase. I'm gonna have to start using the direction keys more. There we go. Nice kiting. Gets first blood. By the way, if the footage is a little choppy, that's kind of weird, but sometimes, if on this high zoom level, that's what happens. Oh, he's gonna run into a stack. He is about to get chunked himself. Alright. Good night, sweet prince. That's a lot of light vehicles already lost. 2 down for Cav. Let's make it 3. Ooh, that's nasty. Reminds me of... Does anyone recall a stream that we had with Orb when we were trying out the... What was the name of the mod? It was a mod that recreated an ancient game. And basically all you did was spam vehicles that looked like Toyotas. I remember the Toyota Rush. That was a pretty stupid way to spend an evening, but it was hilarious. It was, in the end, it was just Orb beating everyone by building 200 Toyotas and rolling over everything. Crush, Kill and Destroy, that's the name of the mod. Or the game that got remade as a mod, let's put it that way. Lots and lots of buggies. Double airstrip already online. For both players, mind you. Borgmo has opted for a more forward approach, so he has walled off his base completely. Jeez. Yep, that's the Toyota Rush all over again. One thing I'd like to highlight, he's taken a bit more of a risk, because he's deployed his MCV in such a way that he can't deploy base defenses on his natural. Oh, first engagement is about to start. Who's got the higher numbers? Who's got the better focus fire? For now, it's looking to be Cav. But I'm not entirely certain. Yep, Cav's Toyotas are overrunning here. Pickup trucks. Definitely making minced meat out of Borgmo. But with the reinforcement lines, with the reinforcements being so close, supply routes being so close here, he has to retreat regardless. Let's look at the combat tab. it is fairly even. It is really even. Okay, that's the first bike. First bike being procured here. And that's a little flank. What is it trying to accomplish here? Those things don't do anything against harvesters. Let's make that abundantly clear. They also... This composition has a really hard time dealing with the chain link fences, ironically. Because even... Oh, okay. Bikes. That's good. Nice. Oh, wow, friendly fire. Kills a bike here. Yikes on trikes. Yeah, so even if you manage to breach, what's one weird trait about the OpenRA engine is... Oh my goodness, that is a numbers advantage, by the way. He's gonna get overrun himself. My goodness. There is nothing remaining for the army of Kav. That is GG. That just speaks to the cutthroat nature of Tiberian Dawn. Jeez, that was a quickie. Alright, so with that, we're gonna see each other in map 2, where I can maybe elaborate on what I was trying to say. See you in a sec.
Battle control terminated.
Tiberian Dawn in a nutshell. That game ended in 5 minutes straight. And with a Toyota rush nonetheless. Damn, son. Alright, this map looks familiar. That's African Gambit, but it looks like an RA map that I recognize. The layout is kind of familiar to me. Has a zone in the middle that is not very interesting. I mean, visually nice and stunning, but there is nothing to gain here, really. So this is a really open map, and you only have 2 contested points. You've got this point of contention here, and you've got your expansion. And that's it. There are barely... there are some tech structures in the corners as well. There is also a tech center that you can't get to unless you rush out a Chinook, and it doesn't do anything regardless. But hey. So yeah, this is a nod mirror again, and we're again seeing lots of chain link fences. I like that. Yeah, so what I was about to say about the OpenRA engine, it has a peculiarity in that if you've ever deployed walls somewhere, you can close the walls again without having build radius. That is, I'm still not sure whether that's a glitch or not. I think it is half intended because Pishoda is aware of it, and he told me it's kind of like the walls don't need a base provider, and that way you can build them further away from your Conyard, but at the same rate it leads to weird interactions where you can actually build walls without having build radius. So as long as you have a chain link barrier, you can move out with your Conyard just a little further, because there is no danger of you being invaded upon by recons, because you can always, as soon as you see the chain link fences being torn down, you can rebuild them indefinitely, and they cost practically nothing. Next to nothing, I think. 25 per pop. Okay, first direct being taken here for Borgmo. First direct being taken for Kav. No one has been going for a double NG. Already a move out for Kav. And lots of infantry being scattered about this time around, so this is definitely a divergence. First game, we only ever saw lots and lots of buggies. A couple bikes. And the bikes were absolutely stunningly useless. They did nothing. They cost 500 over 300, and they die in a 1v1. It's just that they're really good against harvesters and for backline raids. They're not good in direct combat. Okay, a couple scouts here for Borgmo. Probably won't be able to achieve much. Just 5. A 5 stack can maybe chip away at the power level. That's it. More coming in. He's rallying all his scouts here. What is it trying to accomplish? One single buggy is gonna shut this down very quickly. Or just, you know, rifle spam. You won't be able to kick him into low power. He's already got a second power plant. Second refinery online as well, and this is the queue for buggy spam. On the other side of the map, we've got the guard tower deployed, and we've already gotten triple buggy out. So definitely a mass advantage for the time being. But as always, if you attack into someone, their supply routes are going to be much, much shorter. Ooh, should not be losing the buggy. Oh, he's being blocked. Yikes. It's not going too well for Kav in this game, let's put it that way. Okay, trades 1 for 1, that's fine. The last burst here kills off the buggy. I mean, if nothing else, they're really... Those mirror matches are really about mobility. Oh, he's cutting him off. Nice. And the chain link fence. Good sir, you're boxed in. Not sure if this guard tower is necessary. Just a precautionary measure, but it's 600 as far as I'm aware. Right? 600. So yeah, it is an investment. Double airstrip already out for Borgmo. Double airstrip for Cav as well. Who transitions into bikes loses. Pretty much. You've got other options though. You can definitely play this game differently, but both players just choosing to opt for the light vehicle route. Especially GDI. As GDI, basically you have to build a barracks and then go for an APC, and APCs just shut this down super hard. They can't actively catch the buggies or the bikes, but they can definitely ward them off for a very long time. They take next to no damage from buggies. Who transitions to tier 2 can win? Yeah. Tier 2 is on the way, speaking of which. And is there tier 2 on? No, Borgmo is stalwart in his tier 1 spam. Ooh, okay. And thus the cavalcade continues. Oh, the first tank is in. Yep. First 2 tanks, that is. Tanks cost only 650. That is the price of 2 recons and then some change. But they're so much more effective. Yeah, this is gonna spell trouble for Borgmo because you can't do anything to them with buggies. So what's his game plan now? He doesn't do turrets? No, turrets are way too immobile. They get outmaneuvered super easily. Turrets are not the answer. Light tanks? Yeah, recons versus light tanks, not the best matchup if we're being honest. And you see, with the kiting here, even the recons don't do much damage if the missiles can't track. If they can't connect, they do next to no damage here as well. They just phase out after a little. Yeah, Cav got a super good position with his tech advantage there. Maybe could also start mixing in some infantry again. But it's not really necessary, is it? Yeah, look at that tank soaking up all the damage here. My lord! The army is just bleeding dry. Oh my goodness, that is an absolute massacre. The tanks marching forward, and there is nothing remaining for Borgmo. Man, Cav has really found the right tech transition timing. Lots of harvesters though, so the eco is still very good. How many harvesters do we have here? Oh, we've got a flank into the rear. Yeah, see, if they're moving, yes, if they're standing still, then the recons can do a number. But if they're moving, that's a lot of damage that you're wasting, or potential damage. Airstrike is also not coming up because Borgmo has stayed on tier 0, so nothing to be done here. Man, he's going for the airstrip. Is he committing? No, okay, just looked like it. Oh, and the recons are in the line of fire. That was a miss micro from Borgmo. He was getting too close to the sun. Ah, inching the way a little forward. I mean, that's how recon bikes can be really... Okay. Yep. And that's how quickly can fall apart. Recons don't have turrets. They are directional in their attacks, and that means that they always have to face the enemy, which makes it really hard for them to do hit and runs. Yep, that is an absolute GG here. The tech transition came way too late for Borgmo, and that is the 1-1 equalizer. Gonna be the 1-1 equalizer, I'd assume, in just a minute, because there is no recovering from this, let's be real here. Let's be absolutely real. No dice. Yeah, harvesters go down. Airstrip sure to follow shortly. 2 harvesters. 3 harvesters. Kill the refinery, kill the airstrip. And then that's all she wrote. I don't know why he's still in this game. But yeah, GG. That is the equalizer. Alright, we've got ourselves a series, ladies and gentlemen. And that I'm gonna see you in game 3.
Battle control terminated.
And for game 3, we're diving in the depths of Reasonable Doubt, which is an awesome map, name for a map. Very philosophical, very... makes me ponder. Makes us all ponder our existence, I guess. Nah. Life's good. Life's good. Yeah. Not mirror again. Life's good, especially now with a best of 7 not mirror. I think they're gonna stick to their guns, aren't they? Alrighty, so this map, let's analyze a little. 2 derricks here. No derricks in the corners, as far as I can see. Very light on objectives again, but that is again one of those maps where you only have 2 attack vectors. In the mid game, the oil derricks are usually traditionally already dead, so wow, this is a low econ map. This is never gonna see late game. I probably jinxed it. We're probably now gonna see a one base nuke rush or some shit. Yeah. Realistically though, I don't like these oil derricks. These are really hard to take. You need to take down the barbed wire fence, and that gives away the position to your opponent. Sarah Sikari interestingly has commented on this recently in a video, and what I didn't mention last time is only some sounds are global, and it is mostly pertaining to sounds that are made by neutral actors. For example, you crush a fence, it's gonna be audible. I don't think it has to do with the actor's stance specifically. It is more that some sounds, just crushing of fences, cloaking of phase transports, super weapon sounds, those are global. There are, however, sounds, very characteristic sounds, such as the unpacking sound of the MCV, that are only audible to the player and to observers, not to the enemy in the fog of war. So it is inconsistent in a good way. You have to basically learn the ins and outs there. But definitely crushing a fence or shooting at a fence, not advisable. Oh, also weapon fire is global, so that is probably the biggest one, if we're being honest. Because shooting a fence through the fog of war. Riflemen are blind, but it's better in TD than it is in RA. In RA, they've literally got 3 cells of vision. I think in TD it's 4? 4.5 maybe? 1, 2, 3, 4 should be the case, yeah. Half cells, by the way, means that the corner cells are also... So that's why the edges of the vision cones are not as jagged as they are in RA. That's a little tidbit as well. In RA, you've got those jagged vision cones because it's not half steps. Alright. Little scouting run from the buggy. Sees everything he needs to see. The base is in the expected location. No cheese there. Also, something else that's interesting in Tiberian Dawn, MCVs, because last Tiberian Dawn match, we've seen an MCV survive on a sliver of health after being undeployed. Reason for that being, even under duress. Reason for that being, in Tiberian Dawn, if you undeploy your MCV, it becomes concrete. It gets concrete armor type, whereas if you do the same thing in RA, it doesn't get concrete armor, it gets light armor. So light armor is susceptible to small arms fire. Little tango. Okay. Pulling a guard tower here. Not sure if that was necessary, but that's fine. Loses... Oh, wow, doesn't lose the buggy, so it's an even trade, plus he pulled a guard tower. That's completely fine for Borgmo. Double airstrip is already pumping out the buggies. Double airstrip here as well. Whoa. Whoa, Carv is going greedy. He's producing double harvester from his double airstrips. That is greedy as can be. He's also transitioning into tech already. Oh, that's double harvester here as well, so it's probably just feigning some pressure. 3 harvesters for Borgmo for the time being, 5th harvester for Carv. So his eco is spiraling out of control right now, comparatively, but 5th harvester is now online here as well. So it's just... Okay, that seems to be a... Oh! I did not see those blossom trees. I thought that was just a weird decoration on the minimap. Okay, I take it back. There are some points to contest. So the map is not as one-dimensional as I initially thought. Yeah, this little big boy has definitely gotten the concrete armor type. Now can crush cacti. Ah! Whiffing on the cactus. Unlucky. Kept bright. Okay, the first light tank is in, leading the charge. That's just how it should be. Lots of scouting. Scouting and intel is insane for Borgmo, but the thing is, if you have this many control groups, how are you ever gonna keep tabs on all of them? Units in TD are so fast as well. And if you do this, you run the risk of just dying to an all-in push. And little scraps and scuffles here. I just love the chain guns going rat-a-tat-tat. It sounds so cute. Cav moving out, and likewise, same does Borgmo. Yeah, I would give the edge to Cav again. Tech advantage, econ advantage thanks to an earlier harvester timing, plus he's got a third airstrip on the way. That's insane. Does he even have the eco to support this right now, even with 5 harvesters? Oops. Ah, the earnings are fairly even. 5 over... Okay, Borgmo's got 8 light tanks. So he actually has the lead in that regard. And he's floating more. Huh. Interesting. So the armies are fairly even, but with a distinct light tank advantage for Borgmo. Now it all depends on the focus fire. You basically have to focus fire with your tanks, you have to focus fire down the enemy tanks, while the buggies can just chase for enemy buggies. Because you don't want to waste buggy shells on, or buggy ammo on light tanks, because they're just getting their paint job scratched. And that's a dense blob here, jeez. Alright. Cav's eco is stalling. Uh-oh. This might be a problem for him. What's it looking like right now? Let's take a look at the combat tab. Cav has killed a bit more. Oh, he's pulling the rifles, and the reason the rifles are there is as a distraction to soak some damage. They don't take much damage from light tanks, and that's a really good way of keeping them busy. So it all depends on the focus fire, but it looks like Cav is coming out on top eventually. The focus fire is all over the place though, but that's... I don't fault the players, it's so hard to focus one unit down, to focus them down one at a time. I usually do it with the shift key. Cav seems to have better micro, yeah, in this engagement definitely. Yeah, and the riflemen, the minigunners, have done their job, definitely. They have just soaked up so much damage there, and no minigunners were present for Borgmo. Yeah, and as a result, there's a 2k lead in the combat tab. What about the econ? Assets are even. That's courtesy of Borgmo still having his economy rolling. 6 harvesters here, 1 harvester here. But Cav has already transitioned 1 harvester over, so he's gonna be better off in the long run. Compact formation, and I don't think it's enough to break. Really good from Cav, wide front. If he attack moves, he's not gonna Zerg rush in 1 by 1. Oh, that's a nice flank though. Beautiful flank here. Should be able to kill a harvester? No. Decides against it. I mean, turrets are really good against light tanks. Make no mistake. They are good at deterring them. So Cav also splitting off a part of his force to try and get some retaliation kills there. No harvesters have died, that's really crucial. Oh wow, so far really good micro from Borgmo, has preserved all his tanks. And Cav has lost 2 or 3 already. On the other side of the map, that is beautiful. He is trying to 2-prong this and go for the harvester. However, oh, Cav has got those recons in a separate control group, and he's shift queuing the recon bikes. That is top level play there. Wow, that is awesome. That was super well played. Flamers are being mixed in. Not the worst choice. They don't cost much more, they only cost 200. Like, base price of 2 riflemen. Ooh, there is 1 harvester going down. Artilleries are starting to appear. This is the kill zone. Welcome to the kill zone. Yeah, this is so hard to call now. Artilleries I don't like in this matchup at all. Not in the slightest. Whoa! We are seeing a temple from Cav. And keep in mind, in TD, temples there is no announcement sound for that. I was able to afford that. Seriously. Tank being dismantled, so 1 harvester being sniped at the end of the day. For Cav, destroyed tab is even, and the economy should be slightly... Oh, it's Borgmo's favor. Alright. I stand corrected. Stealth tanks. Stealth tanks into the backlines. That is just lethal. However, there's a counter push brewing, and basically nothing to support this here. Oh, the firebombing. Counter fire! Oh, the A10 was insane. At the same rate, the stealth tanks are going in. Double prong. Beautiful. And Apache has been purchased. That is not the right call. Oh, it's looking dire for Borgmo at this stage of the game. The eco is gonna get dismantled. One harvester dead. I mean, do you see how much health they have, though? 2 harvesters dead. Yeah, I honestly don't see a comeback there. 3 harvesters dead, 4 harvesters dead. That's number 5. Oh, yikes. And there's still a lot of mediums. Where that one came from, yeah. Oh, wow. He lost his MCV to this push, though. Temple of Nod is standing for the time being. What a crazy game. He's committing for the Temple of Nod. I'm not even sure if that's the right choice. I think it would be better served killing the army. Oh, kill the artillery. Artillery is doing so much damage here. What a crazy game. Okay. The push onto the econ from Calf is still going, but... Oh my lord. What is happening in this game? But basically, Borgmo still is in this game. With this little army. Getting chipped away at by rocket soldiers, though, so eventually... Yeah. It is... At the end of the day, this is gonna be Calf's game. Borgmo fought valiantly, and he found a really nice counter push, but it's getting slowly chipped away at. My goodness, the econ is so low! 2 harvesters remaining for Calf. Are there any harvesters still here? Oh, 2 harvesters on the blue tip. There is a recon, but... Wait, that's an engineer! I thought that was a rocket soldier. Alright, so 1 harvester economy for Calf, and he has no way... Oh no, 2 harvesters. And he has got the tech, but he has no way of rebuilding anything right now. Oh my lord! What is this game? He still has an army. Yeah, that's the last harvester here. And no money to rebuild anything for Borgmo. That is the 2-1. What an insane game, plus the micro has been really good. Look at the recons always being in the back lines. Oh, that was absolutely sick. Alright, we are gonna be down for some more. Maybe I'm gonna cast this in one sitting after all. So, I'll see you in game number... You know what? We're gonna make a cutoff point. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, folks, but it's already over 30 minutes, and people tend to not watch games over 30 minutes. So, next week, there's gonna be the conclusion. See you then. Thank you for watching. 5 Aces out.